Sì, prego, prego.
Bene. Greek history is a captivating journey spanning over several millenniums. From the birth of democracy and philosophy to the epic tales of gods and heroes, Greece has left an incredible mark on the world. The ancient Greeks developed rich civilization characterized by advancement in arts, science and politics. They established powerful city-states like Athens and Sparta, engaged in epic conflicts such as the Persian Wars, and produced legendary figures like Socrates, Plato, and Alexander the Great. Greek history is a treasure trove of cultural, intellectual, and political achievements that continue to shape our modern world. Paestum is an ancient Greek city originally named Poseidonia, founded around 600 BC by Greek colonists from Sybaris. It was located on the coast of Tyrrhenian Sea in what is now the province of Salerno in southern Italy. The city is best known for its three magnificent Greek temples, the Temple of Hera, the Temple of Athena, and the Temple of Neptune, which are some of the best preserved examples of ancient Greek architecture in the world. The Temple of Hera is the oldest of three temples dating back to the 6th century BC. It is a Doric temple with 9 columns on the short side and 18th on the long side, and it was probably dedicated to the goddess Hera, the wife of Zeus. The Temple of Athena is a slightly younger temple dating to the early 5th century BC. It is also a Doric temple with 6 columns on the short side and 13 on the long side. It was probably dedicated to the goddess Athena, the patron goddess of the ancient Greek city. So he is our tour guide who explained everything about Paestum, and he explained in such a better way. Arrivederci.
Ciao, arrivederci.
Guida, anche tu parli inglese e italiano?
Italiano.
Inglese no?
No, no, per il momento no.
Per il momento no?
No, perché poi dopo tanti anni
dopo
che,
tanti-
fai sempre la stessa lingua,
Sì.
diciamo che dici qualche parola, però non hai diciamo, una proprietà di linguaggio, di spiegazione, perché così
Ecco.
la spiegazione diventa completa,
Sì,
perché
sì.
tu tratti più argomenti.
Ho capito.
Mentre se non sai bene la lingua, tu parli di poco, non diventa interessante.
Esattamente, mi è rimasto colpito dopo la storia di questo pesto.
Ti
Molto
piace?
antico, sì, sì.
Bene, mi fa piacere.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Guida, ciao, ciao. So he is our tour guide who explains us everything about Paestum and its history and its museum. Such a wonderful archaeological site of Italy. The temples are not only interesting features of Paestum archaeological site, there are also the remains of the ancient city walls, several other smaller temples and buildings, and even a Roman amphitheater. In the 3rd century BC, the Romans conquered Paestum and they left their mark on the city as well. They built an amphitheater which could seat up to 20,000 spectators and several other buildings, including a forum and a bath complex. My tour guide is continuously giving me strange and very important information about this area, about this Paestum, and it is around 400 BC and till 550 BC till it built all over the structure. And I am listening all the information through my headphone. Basically today I am with my tour guide in this tour with tour guide wherever we are going So tour guide is locally from here, this region and this particular place. So he's explaining all over the stories, little and minor and in strange information. After this information and after this visit, I feel that I went back in that times thousands of years ago, and walking around in this structure is really very strange experience and really very strange vibes of this particular place of Paestum. Throughout the history, the ancient and the Roman, Greek architecture, their history, they influenced and left their mark on the world. Many of the artifacts found at the Paestum site are on display in the nearby museum. Here we can see ancient pottery, sculptures, and other objects that give us a proper glimpse into the daily life of the people who lived in Paestum. One of the most famous artifacts in the museum is the Tomb of the Diver, a Greek tomb dating back to the 5th century BC. It is famous for its frescoes, which depict a young man diving into the sea, and it is also considered one of the finest examples of ancient Greek painting. Now, in a modern world, Paestum is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a must-visit destination for anyone interested in ancient history and Greek archaeology. Its temples and other ruins are not only impressive for their age and state of preservation, but they also offer an insight into the cultural and religious life of the ancient Greeks. All of the town is ruined and still preserved in the history of mankind. So on the different occasions, different times when I visit different cities, cultures and history, I never felt so much emotional and so much strange in my travel experiences. But these couple of days, these 3-4 days when I visited Pompeii and Paestum, these Roman Empire cities, I feel a little bit strange.